all. It tells us that design is necessary and creative thinking is necessary. This was a hugelkultur mound with ambrosia melons planted on it. I transitioned after year 2 into experiment bed, and I added strawberries and garlic to that companion planting system. And this was Lulu's garden, a quarter of the food forest before we left. I used the elm tree to grow apple gourds because I didn't want to build a trellis. And so the tree became a living trellis. So what's really cool about that is that nature's doing all this for me. I didn't do anything. I just looked at it and then I said, hey, this is already working without me. Can I just switch the plants? And I did, and it worked. I got rid of the poison ivy and put in grapes. And all of a sudden the vines were still vining, but they were producing the grapes. Interesting. So what I learned during all of that experience was that we have the ability to learn from nature more than we are being, helped to learn from nature. We're not getting that education. And so I started putting it out. And I traveled around the country and started telling everybody about this and spreading the good news, basically. So on our YouTube channel, you can go to The Independent American Gardener, and you'll find this video. This is about bee bread. You can overdose on vitamins from bee bread. Bee bread is fermented pollen out of a hive. They ferment their pollen before they eat it. They don't eat raw pollen. And that's their protein source. They're the only creature that ferments their own honey or their own food source before they consume it. So I did a video on that. This is a food forest design graphic. So I put this together and I put it in the community's digital resource library so that people could learn what dynamic accumulators are. Did you know that there's more plants than just nitrogen fixers that fix things in the soil? Is that news to you? Raise your hand. I'm gonna say it again. There are dynamic accumulators which accumulate nutrients of all different sorts and then deposit them on the topsoils or fixate them in the soils, and they fix the nutrients in the soil. So what that means is you don't need to fertilize anymore. Is that a news flash? Isn't that cool?
Like clover? Is that what you mean?
So clover doesn't even fix nitrogen unless you shed the top growth. That's why we till it in. It'll shed the nitrogen nodules when you cut the top growth. But if you just plant it and leave it alone, it's not doing that. So there's more and more to this, right? So now you can look at resilient property design. You can get contour maps for free on the internet, and that'll tell you where your water is going, right? And the higher tech you use and the more professionals you get, the more accurate that will be, but there are free sources, right? Now in the Taya community, what we've done is we brought some of these professionals together, like myself, and we do live webinars and recordings so that we can address specific questions that you have in your own home and in your own community. This was a picture of me teaching a group of VIPs with Joel Salatin last year at the Homestead Iowa Summit. And I was blown away to be able to do that, by the way. I just want to say I was honored to speak by Joel Salatin. What a legend. Holy cow. That was great. And he's not far from here. Don't remember where his farm's at, Polyface. But there are professionals like that all around us. We just heard from some of them today. We're going to hear some more later. And so we don't need to do everything ourselves. You need to stop trying to do everything by yourself. Your neighbor knows something that you don't know. And even if it's not everything that you know, and you know that they know some things that are wrong, you can still learn some things from them that you didn't know, right? So we have to stop pretending when we have all the answers, and we have to start asking each other how to do this, because we will move so much faster as a community. Now, you can host another event with me. I'm not going to go into any of that right now, but I'm happy to come and help you. The permaculture workshops at your home, I want you to use your locals for that. I will help you learn how to do that in your own community so that you don't have the costs, or you can pay me to come out, that's fine. Attend a Taya community workshop at our farm. We just purchased a farm after 5 years of doing this. It was a huge milestone for us. I announced it at the Iowa Summit with Joel that we have a 20-acre farm off-grid and a passive solar barn dominion in Ava. Very, very cool. Now I have one more announcement I'm going to announce today. We just got an investor, $12,000, to purchase and secure and develop the wood that we need for our insulated horizontal hives of 30 regenerative. The 30 hive regenerative apiary demonstration will begin on our farm in June. That's cool. That's cool. That one I've been very excited about for a long, long time. This is my dad. I just got him into beekeeping in Wyoming. I was able to help him get into one of our hives. We've been building and manufacturing these hives for 4 years, and he's been a big help to me, so I was honored to be able to help him. And I just want to conclude, because I know I'm running out of time here, that and I hope that what you're getting from me here and what I'm explaining to you is that your neighbor has solutions for you. Nature's already doing the work for you, and we're overcomplicating a lot of things. Now, I want to give you a quick framework. If we're letting nature do the work for us, we have examples, okay? Really fast. Natural beekeeping. I'm not going to dive into it. I know tons of people ask me about the booth, about that. I'm gonna tell you, please join the community and then come see us in Ava, and we'll talk more about bees, okay? But bees have a thing going on that we need to observe. They have a colony that everybody's got a job and everybody's doing something. Have you ever noticed that? Completely well-oiled machine. Even when they go through hell and high water, for some reason they're able to pull through. Why is that? Everybody knows what they're doing. So I suggest we create what's called work groups. Inside the TIAG community program, we have what we call TIAG Guru Crews. The gurus are basically those folks who are really good at something, who have volunteered their time to help other people do it. They can be paid or they can be voluntary. And in both of those cases, they are available and making themselves available to help their local community. A TIAG community, by definition, is hyper-local. The city is producing surplus. The county is producing surplus that the city cannot produce. There's a barter and trade between these. This is how we enter the world of what's called circular economies. Hyper-local barter and trade. Now, there's a lot more there I don't have time for, so I'm going to leave you with this. Please take the initiative. If you like what I've shared with you here, go to tiagcommunities.org and join in there. We have tons and tons of free resources for you and digital downloads to help you in your climate. And then if you see something that you need and you don't see in there, I will personally go out of my way to make sure that we get it for you. So it really is about family. It really is about you. And if you're not doing what you need to be doing in your own community to get self-sufficient there, we'll step in and help you. But you got to let us know, and you got to be part of the community so that we can help you, right? We don't even know you. So let us know so we can connect, right? So that's why I've created this space. So I'm going to leave that on the board. And really fast. There's a power in nature that is not to be underestimated. When we overcomplicate things, it tends to put us in the place of God, I think. And these systems have been operating over our heads for generations. Nothing we do today is going to stop that until, well, hell and high water come, right? But I would suggest expect abundance. Expect abundance, live for that abundance, let nature work for you, and make your home a haven. The world all around you is working in your favor, my friends, and this is what it's all about. Now, you can come and talk to us some more. We're down the road, right? We're down the path right there. Our booth is on the corner right before the food trucks, and happy to discuss more. If you want help getting into the community, if it's not working for you, come and see us there, and we can get you taken care of. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you, Baker Creek, for having me. I appreciate it.